This year marks the 40th anniversary of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, in which with the Funko Pop lineup, they have done a lot with it. They've done the television series of TMNT, the comic book version, the movies. And so with that celebration, I'm DK Wrestler, and today we are going to be ranking every single Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Funko Pops. The only thing pop related that isn't going to be on this list is the Biddy Pops, because I just don't want to classify those as actual Funko Pops. Let's get right to it with this tier maker list. Alrighty guys, so here we go. We are on the tier maker website, and the categories from worst to best, we got ourselves the worst category being bad as ooze, then could have been better, not bad, really good, and the top tier being cowabunga, dude. I thought that was a perfect way to replace amazing by using a phrase from TMNT. So of course we actually have a total of, I believe, 140 TMNT pops to go through. So I'm gonna try to make this as quick as possible, but also a decent amount of time to explain why I put them in each of these sections. And like usual, these will be no specific order when we tier rank these. So starting off with the OG set of TMNT pops of the 4 turtles, including the metallic variants from San Diego Comic-Con, and then the gray versions that were from very specific conventions with their metallic like variants along with them that are limited to like 500 pieces. So for the OG common ones, I am gonna put under really good. These are actually pops, I'm not gonna lie, compared to a lot of the older pops that really aged like fine wine. Like I feel like even a lot of the newer TMNT pops aren't as good as these OG ones. I think they hit the nail with these ones of being really awesome. And then the gray versions or the metallic versions also, I'll put under not bad. And even though normally for these lists, I would put them under like could have been better because we could have gotten something instead of a color change, but because of how limited for the most part these are, besides the Leonardo that is, I believe, an FYE exclusive that I just put on right there, I think it's because of how limited they are is why it's not bad instead of could have been better. Then we got ourselves Splinter, Shredder, April O'Neil, Foot Soldier, Bebop, and Rocksteady. And I'm going to put them under not bad. And I think it's the opposite of what I mentioned about those OG commons, is that there definitely were better pops made of all of these characters later on compared to the OG commons. Then we got Casey Jones Specialty Series exclusive. Gonna put that under really good. I like that design. Both Baxter Stockmans from San Diego Comic-Con, I'm gonna put under really good, and that includes the glow-in-the-dark variant where it is a different color and not just a glow-in-the-dark version of that San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. Then we got Leatherhead, also going to put under really good, really nice design. And then the surfing versions of Michelangelo and Leonardo, San Diego Comic-Con exclusive for at least Michelangelo, while I believe Leonardo was supposed to be a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive and it never actually ended up getting properly released, I think because of the pandemic going on at the time. I'll put them on not bad. I love the facial expression of both of them, and it fits with the theme of San Diego Comic-Con with the whole summer theme and the fact that the surfboard says cowabunga, like the top tier of our tier maker list. I thought it was a really nice touch to where you go and buy these pops and it gives you a little bit of a memory about going to San Diego Comic-Con. Then we got ourselves the Easter Chocolate, Donatello, and Michelangelo, and these easily are going under bad as ooze. These are some of the most pointless pops, not only of TMNT, but of all time, with these Valentine's Day chocolates or Easter chocolate pops. It just, nobody cares. Like, why were these even made? And then some of the newer television pops for TMNT from the very new lineup celebrating its 40th anniversary. We, of course, got all the 4 Ninja Turtles, plus the new character of Slash and pre-mutated Slash. And this is kind of my example of talking about, like, these are pretty good, but there's something about the OG commons that just were really nice to where I kind of dig those more than these ones, which I'm still going to put them under not bad. I think they are not bad pops, but I prefer the commons more. But with the Slash with pre-mutated Slash, I will put under really good because of the amount of detail that's involved. Plus, there hasn't been a Slash Funko Pop until this point. Speaking of new pops, we got the new Target exclusive. I believe they're calling it Turtles of Grayskull set, which is the mashup of TMNT and Masters of the Universe. And I think these aren't too bad. I actually visited my local GameStop today and seen the Leonardo, and you're probably wondering, local GameStop? Well, because of course I'm from Canada, and a lot of Target exclusives go to GameStop Canada, and so I was able to see the Leonardo, and it looks really nice, and I can only assume that the Shredder also looks pretty nice, but I wouldn't say it's entirely really good. And then the last of the television section of TMNT Pops is that Amazon exclusive glow-in-the-dark 4-pack of all the commons, and I feel it's logical to put these under Cowabunga, dude, just because of the price point of how expensive they are. I think it may be one of, if not the most expensive TMNT pop besides the last pop we're going to be talking about on this list. Now we go on to the movie section of the TMNT lineup with the Secret of the Ooze pops. So of course we got the 4 different turtles, and once again I think that these aren't too bad. Actually, what I'm going to do is put them under really good. I love these first iterations of the TMNT pops for the movie's sake, especially with Secret of the Ooze being, I think, the more popular of the multiple different TMNT movies. The Michelangelo, however, I will put under not bad, and I think there is a different version that I like that is close to this, and which I'll put that one under really good. The Razar is going to go under really good, but the Shredders, I am going to put them, actually all of them, in different categories. So with the regular version of this, I'm going to put under not bad. I like the design of it. Pretty cool. Definitely like it better than the OG Shredder. The metallic version, I think definitely should go under Cowabunga, dude. I think that the way that that looks definitely makes sense to be metallic because of the shiny armor. Then we have the Black Diamond exclusive, like the Target exclusive. I didn't want to confuse anyone for like Black Diamond cheese strings or something, like exclusive to that company, but it's a Black Diamond Shredder that is exclusive to Target, part of a Pop and Tea bundle. That is the one that's going to go under probably Bad as Ooze. I think this was just kind of pointless in my opinion, not going to lie. And then we got ourselves Toka, I believe the name was, and that is going to go under really good. I think that's pretty cool. And then the glow-in-the-dark version is going to go under really good. I like the idea of basically the white parts or anything that would be more of the ooze being the glow-in-the-dark portion, because I believe you do see the suit in that movie glow up at some point, so it definitely makes sense. It's been a while, so I could be a little bit wrong on when I last seen this movie. Then we got ourselves the 10-inch variant of the Super Shredder and the Michelangelo, and both of these are going to go under could have been better. I don't think it was really necessarily needed to have 10-inch versions of these pops, which that exactly shows what I talked about, where I added a Shredder in each of the 5 different categories for this. Then moving on to the pops from the TMNT Mutant Mayhem movie, starting off with Ray Fillet. I'm actually going to put this under Cowabunga, dude. I think the detail is absolutely awesome about this, and especially a pop that we've never had for this specific character in any of the lineups besides for this movie. The detail is so awesome of how they pulled this off. Indeed, in my opinion, the best pop of this entire set for a movie I still have yet to watch, which I can't wait to watch this movie with, of course, Ray Fillet, that is voiced by Post Malone, I believe. Then we got, of course, Leonardo, April O'Neil, Superfly, Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo, Splinter, and then the 10-inch Leonardo. So I guess first off, I'm going to mention the 10-inch Leonardo is going to go under could have been better. But the rest of the turtles, I'm going to put under not bad. I think they are pretty decent designs for this movie and made them look different to where you can tell it's from the movie instead of like basing it off of, let's say, the OG set or how they made it for the movie's pops realistically. And then I might as well put April O'Neil under not bad. Superfly, I'm actually going to put under really good. I love the detail involved with this pop. The Splinter, I will also put under not bad. And yeah, that's it for Mutant Mayhem, besides eventually when we get to the pop rides that's in this set. Then continuing on with the movies is the newest wave of the TMNT movies pops for Secret of the Ooze. I believe we have the Raphael with like the disguise, Leonardo doing like a little yoga pose, Donatello, Michelangelo, and then the blue translucent Splinter, the Spirit Splinter, that is a Target exclusive. The Raphael I want to put under not bad, but I might actually put under really good for giving me the vibes of that Thing pop for the Marvel lineup they did as a Barnes & Noble exclusive, I believe, that basically is like that also. But the rest I can definitely say they are not bad. I like the different posings, and I do like the blue color as terms to the Spirit Splinter, but I feel like it's one of those pops. It looks good in the glam, but it doesn't look good in person. I could be wrong, considering, of course, there's no Targets here in Canada, and it hasn't arrived at my local GameStop yet, so I don't know exactly what this pop looks like in person. And then the 4-pack that I talked about involving the 4 turtles, that is an Amazon exclusive glow-in-the-dark version. I'll put them under not bad. It was cool to get a 4-pack involving these in case you didn't want to get them all as a common, but of course it literally is like, let's say, mentioning Gucci to Walmart, where the Gucci is that common 4-pack that we ended up adding to Cowabunga Dude, and then the Walmart version is of course the Mutant Mayhem version, but I still think this 4-pack is not bad realistically. Now moving over to the Retro Toys lineup of TMNT pops, we got the 4 turtles kicking off. And this is what I alluded to earlier about the Michelangelo one being better than a lot of the movies ones, which I'll put that one under really good, considering that this is the Michelangelo where he's just eating a slice of pizza and you got the string of cheese. I love that detail. You know Mikey, he loves his pizza. I love my pizza, so that's why I always loved Michelangelo out of all the 4 turtles, even though I'm not going to argue with you about why you think Leonardo is the best, which is pretty much the fan favorite. And for the most part, I think Leo I will also put under really good. I like the facial expression with the posing. The Donatello though, I'm putting under could have been better because I don't understand why they have that derpy face going on with Donatello where he looks like a duck. And then the Raphael I will put under not bad. But yeah, that Donatello always looks so off to me in my opinion. Then we have the Casey Jones pop here, and I'm going to put this under really good. I think it's just as good as the Specialty Series exclusive. I think you can make an argument for both of them on which one could be better, but they're both really good in my opinion. But the Blacklight version, however, I will put under could have been better. I just don't really like the colorway involved with this Blacklight version. I mean, it's cool that they made a Blacklight version. I think it makes sense, but I don't know. I feel like I always get irritated with the color choosings for Blacklight, and these ones just look a little bit off in my opinion. Then we have, I believe it's Metalhead, Target exclusive. Gonna put that under really good. I think they did a great job with that. April O'Neil, definitely going under really good. It is leaps and bounds better in my opinion than the OG April O'Neil. The Entertainment Earth exclusive 6-inch Krang. I might actually put this under Cowabunga Dude. I think they did an excellent job with this pop, especially adding the detail of course, Krang in there. And I believe you can actually take Krang out of the android body for this pop, which is another great attention to detail for this. Then we have ourselves Splinter, and I will put this under really good. Once again, I think this is definitely leaps and bounds better than the Splinter we have right here for the OG TMNT. Next up, we have ourselves the TMNT Power Rangers mashup pops. And although Funko has done a lot of mashup pops like Alien Remix, we got the Stitch in costume, and of course, like we talked about a bit ago with the Turtles of Grayskull mashup, this is probably one of the best mashups that they have ever done, and especially because Mattel has done this mashup also. And I'm going to put all of these under really good. There's something about this with the posing and basically the choosing of the different Power Rangers. I am a little bit iffy about why Shredder is Green Ranger instead of a villain from Power Rangers like Lord Zed or Rita Repulsa, but it is based off of what they had done with the Mattel figures, and Mattel chose to do the Green Ranger with Shredder, but it is what it is. They look pretty decent. Next up is the TMNT Funko Pops for the comics lineup, and we're kicking off with basically all 4 of the Turtles, Shredder, and Casey Jones with their black and white chases, and I can honestly say I'm going to put the regular versions under not bad. I think they did a pretty decent job, and it did have people confused at first with the Turtles of why they all had the red face coverings or the headbands, considering you see that with Raphael, but originally when the TMNT comics were made, I believe all of them were red, and it's exactly like this. And then the black and white chases, I'm going to put them under could have been better. And the only reason I'm saying it's could have been better is not because I don't like the idea of black and white, but I think it would have been better for the sake of releasing these not as chases base figures, but as Comic-Con exclusives limited to an X amount of pieces. I do give these pops credit for being the first pops, I believe, to get the black and white chase sticker, if you're a fan of collecting different chase stickers. But I don't know, there's just something where I feel like these pops would have been perfectly fine without chases, in my opinion, and they are pops that I find that the commons are better than the chases. Then we got ourselves Michelangelo, or in this case, The Last Ronin, and then Leonardo, aka Dark Leonardo, along with the Last Ronin pop comic covers for TargetCon. I believe it was, I don't know if it was 2024 this year or it was 2023 last year, but I'm actually gonna put all of them under, you know what, I'll put the singular pops under really good and then the comic covers under not bad, because I think that the pop for the regular version that is a previews exclusive for Last Ronin is very similar to the pop that is in the comic cover, to where you don't really need to pay that extra little bit of money for the comic cover if you don't want to get both. But I think both of these pops here for Dark Leonardo and The Last Ronin just look so cool, and they're so obscure compared to your regular TMNT pops. Then going on to the add icons portion of TMNT. Yes, add icons in TMNT with the Bullseye pops and the Jeffrey as TMNT pops. So I'm going to put them under not bad. And I do like the idea of basically making some worth quite a bit of money, considering of the idea of one turtle being more of the common and the other turtle being more of the chase, and you only do that with like 2 turtles each, where it is Leonardo is a common, Donatello is a chase, and then one that is set to release, which is why I don't have a glam shot version of it, is Raphael, and then the chase being Michelangelo. And so I like how it's also a little bit of like a deluxe in a way, where it's Bullseye in the target basket and there's a little turtle on top of the head. So it's not just Bullseye with the mask there with whatever color that he's representing for what turtle, and the detail of the pizza hanging off the side of the basket. I think it's absolutely hilarious. These are pretty cool. And then we have the Jeffrey as Leonardo. I will actually put these under could have been better, not gonna lie, because I don't necessarily think they needed to make this. And I know every year there is the Jeffrey as X lineup for pops. Then to keep things short, obviously, I am putting all of these Artist Series pops in bad as ooze. And if I was specifically ranking these definitely would be the absolute worst Funko Pops in the TMNT lineup. It's that point of Artist Series not being art, it's just adding a bunch of different logos. It's so dumb. Then we have the 8-bit pops that came out back in the day for TMNT, and I'm gonna put them under could have been better. And I get it because of like video game wise, and they're bringing back, like, you know, when you used to play TMNT for like, let's say, I don't know, the NES, or I don't want to say GameCube because that'd be too recent to what these are. And I will also put the Shredder in there. Foot Soldier, okay, you know what? I'll put them under could have been better, even though I feel like they should be not bad because of some of the New York Comic-Con versions that are like limited to 500 pieces, that because of their limited piece count, that I feel like they should be under not bad, but because they are 8-bit, that's why I'm putting them under could have been better, because we don't necessarily need 8-bit pops. Then moving on to the pop digital portion of TMNT pops, of course, Series 1 and the recently released Series 2 is in here. So with Series 1, we got Leonardo, we got Shredder, Casey Jones, the Blacklight Bebop, and then the Freddy Funko, I guess, dressed up as a turtle or being a fan of the turtles. Then with Series 2, Blacklight Rocksteady to go with that Bebop, Triceraton, the baby Leonardo and Michelangelo, and the baby Raphael and Donatello glow-in-the-dark pops, and then the Freddy Funko as Krang. So for Leonardo, this is going to be could have been better. I always felt that this is one of those cases again where the glam shot looked much better than what the actual product ended up turning out to be, because it looked more like a color by the foot fruit roll-up. Realistically, this metallic Shredder here, I think it's a could have been better. It could be a not bad, but this Casey Jones, you know what? I'll put both these under not bad, because I remember recently seeing photos of these and the actual product ended up turning out better than the glam shot, which is why I'm putting on under not bad. The Blacklight Bebop, I actually am going to put under really good. I love the colorway involved with this. And then the Freddy Funko, I will put under really good, just for the sake of how decently awesome that Freddy Funko is compared to a lot of them, and one of the better Freddy Funkos for the NFT set. Then for Series 2, Blacklight Rocksteady, gonna put that under could have been better. I'm not really liking the colorway once again with Rocksteady here. Triceraton, I will put under not bad, or actually gonna put under really good because it's a new character and that's the only way you can get it is through this digital set. The baby Leonardo, or the baby turtles in general, I'll put under not bad. I like the uniqueness to them to where it is like the broken tube also with the goo, so that's pretty sweet. And then the Freddy Funko as Krang. People love this pop, but I'm going to put under could have been better, and I just feel like it's a little bit overrated. Speaking of Freddy's, we're continuing on with that trend by having the 4 Freddy Funko as Turtle Pops from San Diego Comic-Con, I believe 2014, maybe 2013, because of the way that the sticker looks. And I will put these under not bad, and the reason I put them under not bad is that although it's hard to see in these photos which one is which, it's because you can tell the difference because of the facial expression on which turtle that it's based off of. Then we got ourselves some recently released Freddy Funko TMNT Pops with the Freddy Funko as Casey Jones from the Heavy Metal box last year, along with the show only Casey Jones Freddy Funko Blacklight Pop that I believe was show only. And then we got ourselves the Shredder Pops that are the 500 piece glow in the dark pop that I believe you got in the box online, while it was in show only 100 pieces for Freddy Funko as Shredder Blacklight. And I'm gonna put under not bad for these pops. And then the Shredder Pops, I actually might put both of them, I'll put them under really good. I almost wanted to possibly put either the glow-in-the-dark version or the blacklight version under Cowabunga Dude, but there's something about it where I feel like, it's not entirely there. Then we got 3 more pops to go, and we include those with the pop rides. So starting off with the Michelangelo with the turtle van. And I gotta put this one under Cowabunga Dude. I remember one of the first TMNT pops that I seen was this Michelangelo, and I think that this pop is awesome, especially because I believe with this pop, it actually is holding a slice of pizza compared to the OG common Michelangelo. Plus, it has the turtle van, which it's kind of hard to come by finding this pop, although there is the newer version, which I might as well mention that the newer version, I will put under really good. I think they did a great job with that, but like I mentioned with the 4-pack, of course, the OG one, in my opinion, was much better than what they pulled off with the newer one. And then last but not least, one of the more obscure pops, because it is a mashup, is the SpongeBob TMNT mashup, where SpongeBob SquarePants is Leonardo, and you have a little pop of Plankton where he is dressed up as Shredder. And I feel like you gotta end up strong with this list by adding it under Cowabunga Dude, because it is one of the most expensive pops out there. And I believe MD Shady recently on a pop hunt to CNE had seen this pop going for $1,800 Canadian. But anyways, guys, that is gonna be the end of today's tier maker ranking list. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know down below on if you agree or disagree with my list. But I hope to see you guys in the next video. 1, 2, 3, I'm out of here.